Why is she busy?
She...
Why does she have a job? Think it through. Play the tape out. What's your mother got a job for? Huh?
Just in case.
In case what? In case what?
I don't know.
In case you fail. In case it don't work out. Yes, man. She's filling your head full of fear. I don't ever do that, do I? Huh? I pump you full of strength. Because we're on a team, and I know you got what it takes. You're a fucking star, and I know it. That's why I'm here. I'm your cheerleader, honey boy. You trust me?
Yeah.
Okay.
Alma, you get all of his notes. What hits you? You're getting all of these notes from him. What hit you in the gut?
I mean, it was just, I just echoed really deep because it was like all the stuff that I guess you kind of want to tell everybody your story, and sometimes somebody else has to step in and do it in his own words. But really, being somebody who has a father who's funny and is an alcoholic, who I love so much, and I've inherited a lot of pain from him too, and always wonder who I am without that pain, and still trying to figure out that question. I just thought this script was, the way to find out.
Natasha, tell us about the look of the film. It's gorgeous. It's ethereal. It's a dream, but yet, it's set here in a reality. Talk about that. As far as the comps that you and Alma were talking about.
Well, it was reality. We talked a lot about the universe of the movie, and it was reality, but it was also memory. It was also this nostalgic, kind of, when you remember something that's been so long ago, like it has a different dream. It can have a textured dream or a melancholic dream. So we wanted that. We wanted in the same way that the adult and the kid are the same person, and the two stories are intertwining together. It's like, for me, it was different layers of the same person that are kind of living at the same time. And so the same thing was, in a way, with the texture of the movie. It had to have that space in the same way that were between documentary and fiction and therapy. The texture of the movie also had to be in that weird space, that it's real, but it's also like a head space, it's a memory space, it's a process space. So it's not very grounded and clear, like this is reality, this is a dream, but it all feels a little bit like on his head.
Noah, tell us about how you came to this. Was it before A Quiet Place and Ford versus Ferrari? Tell us everything. The improv with Shia, everything. The juggling.
Yeah, I mean, it was after A Quiet Place. It was, I think, on the press tour. We just finished doing all that of the going to New York and LA and promoting that. And then I got back and I didn't really have anything. I was just going to school. And then an audition came in, just like any other audition, had to do a self-tape. And it was actually the phone scene for anyone who's seen it, which was, an amazing scene. Loved that. So I got really into that, sent it off. They obviously liked me, I think. And then read the script, was absolutely blown away by the script. And then I think I did another self-tape, FaceTimed Alma, met Shia when came out here to LA, and then we did the audition, and it was scary and it was pretty terrifying because obviously I'm technically playing him, which is just a weird thing to think about. And so I got to the production offices or wherever we were doing the audition, and then we were walking in and I just saw Shia in the car park. And I kind of went up to him, said, "Hey, how are you?" And then he was like, "Do you want to run through the scenes?" And I was like, "Yeah." And then he took off his hat and put it on my head, and I was like, huh, "Okay." And then that was it. From that point on, it feels like someone's pressed fast forward on a video, and it's just kind of all blurred together, but this crazy sort of spiritual, wonderful, thing, and very, emotionally opening. And for me, that's the wrong thing, but I've discovered a lot of parts of myself that I would never have without this movie.
After you got out of rehab, there was one key thing you needed. You needed an ending.
Yes, sir.
You went to see Dad. Tell us about that.
So I hadn't seen this man in 7 years, and we hadn't talked. And last time we had seen each other was not great. And I told him, "Hey, I wrote this thing, and I need you to sign this paperwork." And my dad's not a big fan of paperwork, and wasn't really a fan of the idea that I was making a film about this section. And then I told him that, hey, but listen, Mel Gibson's going to be playing you. And he's like, you're kidding. Oh, well, all right, let's talk about it. Because my dad loves Mel Gibson. And so do I, for the record. And so I told him Mel Gibson was going to be playing him, and he signed the paperwork and sent me on my way. And we talked more and more, and a lot stayed and a lot went. But one of the lines was, "Hey, I'm making a movie about you, Dad." And he said, "All right, make me look good, honey boy." And so that was sort of the kernel of the ending. And then I came home, and me and Alma wrestled the ending into something that we could film, and then we didn't use any of it.
You play Lucas Hedges is the older Shia. You play his roommate.
Byron also wrote a lot of those scenes also.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, so these two guys gave me the space to come in and create something authentic to Lucas Hedges' character. And my overall objective was to let him know that everything would be okay, and this is just rehab. Why you upset? It's worst places you can be. And they gave me, room to create that in such a authentic way, and people like it,